Davis Islands and have crews out on West Shore Boulevard, making sure that they're picking all of that debris up. It's not going to be the last time they go around. They're going to continue to go around and pick that debris up until it is gone. And it has been literally tons and tons and tons. We have contractors here helping us as well. We have all the boots on the ground. Everybody with the city of Tampa is working hard to get you back up on your feet. We have sandbag stations. We also know that we're expecting rain, heavy rain, starting tonight and going through Tuesday. So we're making sure all our stormwater drains are clean. We're also standing up self-serve sandbag locations at Al Barnes Park and Himes Avenue Park. Those will be open from 7 a.m. To 7 p.m. this evening. We have comfort stations, 3 areas in the city. You can go take showers. There's restrooms there. You can charge all of your electric components, get some air conditioning, get food, get water, whatever you need. That's DeSoto Park. That is at Marjorie Park, and also south of Gandy. So those 3 locations are open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. as well. We have mobile permitting units also at DeSoto Park and Marjorie Park. So if you're to the point where you can start the rehabilitation and the repairs on your home, and you have questions about permits, or you have whatever questions you have, go down there and they will be able to give you the assistance that you need. So we are trying to answer all the needs and answer to the needs and provide all the services that our community needs to get back up and get strong. Again, bad news about the weather this evening with the rain coming in, but we ask everyone, if you don't have to go out, don't go out in the storm. We are going to have heavy rain and our area is already saturated. So stay home. Make sure that you text Tampa Ready to 888-777. Tampa Ready, one word, 888-777, and Tampa Lista, 888-777 for real-time, up-to-date information and alerts in English and in Spanish so that you can stay abreast. We're going to put out all of the roads that are flooded when the rains come in. Make sure if you have an EV, we've seen that, you have got to get those to higher ground. Your cars, we had so many cars ruined during Hurricane Helene. But again, we know now, get those cars up to higher ground. We are here to help you. The heroes behind me represent the 5,000 city employees that are out here working hard for you each and every day. All right, anybody have questions?
How do you feel about the stormwater system and everything fared during Helene?
I think that our stormwater system did very well. Vic Bide is here and he heads stormwater. And as you know, we've just finished a very large project, stormwater project, the McDill 48 down here in South Tampa. We've done them all over, Seminole Heights, North Tampa, East Tampa, and South Tampa as well. The issue is there isn't a stormwater system in the nation that can take 5 inches of water in an hour. So it takes a couple hours for that water to dissipate. And in a time like we're in right now, where everything is saturated, it's going to take a bit longer for that water to dissipate.
Now, just for even my personal knowledge, because I was actually up in Crystal River, some of the areas that were hardest hit in Tampa, can you pinpoint those for us a little bit?
Yeah, the ones I just mentioned, where we have the entire city covered, but any additional personnel or equipment is being sent to Palmetto Beach. I would say I've gone twice up in the helicopter right after the storm, and then on Monday surveying the entire city. Palmetto Beach, hands down. Davis Islands and Southwest Shore from Gandy north are probably tied for second, and then the Port Tampa South Gandy area. A lot of the newer construction was spared because it's built to the FEMA standards above the storm surge. But a lot of people, personally, I'm 64 years old and grew up in Tampa. I've never seen flooding like this. But on the other hand, we're very fortunate that it wasn't a wind event. So we're helping people get back up. But those are the areas that are hardest hit, and that's where we're concentrating those efforts. But we're here for anyone who was impacted by the storm.
You know, we saw flooding worse than we've seen in a century out here. I mean, it was just an unprecedented amount of water, and I think the thing is, like, so many people are still in that process of recovery. So what's your message to people is, like, you know, we have this kind of rainmaker on the way with flash flooding as we're still trying to pick up the pieces.
Well, you know, just hold on to the positive elements. I was doing a national interview and someone said, you know, why would you live in Florida? And I said, because it's paradise. You know, we haven't been hit by a direct storm in 100 years, and we'll get back from this. We'll recover very quickly, get back up on our feet. But we do have to be mindful. You know, when I called for evacuations, I've done that in many storms, and then the storms turn and it's unpredictable. And so I can see why people didn't heed the evacuation notices this time, but I think everyone will in the future. You know, it's just not worth staying. But people are going to have to make some decisions now about rebuilding their homes. And do you rebuild those to the hurricane standards, or do you rebuild, just repair what you have now and hope we go another 100 years without a direct hit?
What has been the emotion of the people that you've kind of been speaking with in some of these neighborhoods that are cleaning up?
You know, it really makes me proud, Joe. Every day I wake up thinking I couldn't be more proud of our community. And then I meet, you know, the amazing people on our teams. I get to work with them, but I meet the people in the community that are so resilient and so strong. And you know, they shed a few tears. All of their personal possessions are out on the curb, but they're rolling up their sleeves and getting in there and making the repairs necessary to get back to life. All right. Anything, Vic, you want to say anything about stormwater? I'm going to bring up the expert.
Thank you, Mayor. So first I want to give a shout out to our team here. They've been working tirelessly, as the mayor said, since Helene hit. In fact, before that as well. I also want to highlight what the street sweeping team means to our stormwater system. So they're partially paid for by our stormwater service assessment. And the reason for that is when you sweep the streets, it makes it easier for the stormwater to flow into our drainage system. So it's a critical component of our stormwater response and maintenance as well. And these folks have been working tirelessly. They will work through the next week as well. I want to highlight something the mayor mentioned about Helene versus what's going to happen over the next 4 days. So Helene was primarily a surge event. We didn't have a lot of rain. We had an inch or two of rain. But what happened with the 6 to 8 foot of surge is it brought water as inland as it could, with challenged wastewater and stormwater systems. They couldn't be pumped out because there's nothing to pump out when the bay comes to you. Helene, that was Helene. The next 4 days we expect heavy rains, citywide, region-wide. And what that means is many more people should be mindful of the impacts that it will cause. So 6 inches over 3 to 4 days is not that bad, except our ground is saturated, as the mayor said. So again, there's not anywhere for that rain to go. Expect some street flooding. Expect that flooding to take a little bit longer to dissipate, but most importantly, know that the mayor and the city is on it. They're behind all of this, and we're going to respond and be available. All right, thank you, Mayor.
We're good. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
All right.
Anybody want a sip of my La Segunda? It's a double. It's got a double shot in it. They asked me if I want to go. They asked me if I want to go for 3. I said, oh, I don't know about that. I got to drive.
Double shot of espresso never hurt anybody.
Yeah.
You know?
3, I don't know. I'd be jogging next to the car.
Because it's 700 miles and 261